Hi everyone, I'm Julie Lefaivre. I am the founder and leader of the Empower Fit Nation. I would like to talk to you today about, so for day 7 of our training, I'm going to talk to you a bit about Facebook and their formula and getting your posts out there and getting it seen by your audience. So Facebook has sort of this formula so that, they kind of determine what's important and what's not important. And that's determined by how many likes and how many comments you get. So for example, if you were to create a post that is just a one-liner and doesn't really hit anybody, like it's not asking a question, it's not going to do anything, and Facebook's kind of going to get rid of it, and they're going to determine that it's not important. So it's not really going to get out to your friends' news feed, and it's not going to be seen. So what happens is if you're often posting like this on your Facebook, it's going to create this formula for you that your posts are not really going to get out there very often. So you want to make sure that when you do put that bam post about the opportunity, or maybe it's a coach that has, or maybe it's yourself who has seen, maybe it's about the opportunity and what it has done for you, and you really want to get that seen and you want to have lots of likes and comments on it. But if your posting has been, let's say, really weak and Facebook has seen them as not important, then you put this really great one that's really important to you and you know that it's an important post, it's not going to get seen as much. So you want to make sure that your posts are all really crisp and clear and really important and directed at your audience. So that's another reason too why you want to make sure that you're posting 2 to 3 times a day so that your posts are getting out there. You're getting out into the feed and Facebook is seeing you posting as well. So you're getting your formula, you're getting those posts out more often, and it's circulating within your friends and family's news feed. So one thing that you want to make sure is, one really key tip is to figure out who your audience is first. Who are you trying to speak to? So you need to figure that out first so that each and every one of those posts are geared towards that person. So whether it's a recipe or a question that you're asking or a picture or a challenge group, make sure that you're gearing it towards that audience. So for me, for example, I'm directing, my audience would be moms. So it would be stay-at-home moms, working moms, moms of young children, moms between the ages of sort of early to mid 30s, maybe late 20s. That's kind of who I'm attracting. So I want to make sure that my posts are focusing on those people. So if I was to post something that is really kind of geared towards men, it's not, my audience is not going to be interested in it. So I want to make sure that all my posts, and you want to make sure that all your posts are being geared towards that audience. So you have to figure that out first. Who are you trying to attract? Who are the people that you want to work with? So one easy way would be to think of yourself. Who are you? What are some interests that you have? And, making sure that that's sort of the person that you're attracting. That could be one thing if you're kind of going, I have no idea who I'm trying to attract. So for me, I want to attract people that are like me. They're moms, they're a working mom. I've recently left my job, so now I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I'm directing towards those people, people that like to eat clean and healthy, and, we're looking for new ideas in healthy eating. So that's who I'm going to direct my posts towards. But I'm also going to make sure that if I'm being true to me, I'm going to attract the people like me as well. So make sure that when you're posting, you've figured out your audience, you're posting these really, you're using the tips from earlier in the week of, really nice, crisp posts, pictures, they're captivating to your audience. But also you want to make sure that you're creating the words that you're putting along with your pictures, that you're creating sort of some thought-provoking questions, or not necessarily that you want to create, you want to create a conversation going with your audience. So you want to ask questions at the end. You want to post something and then ask a question so that people are there to answer for you. So I did something as simple as I asked about face wash, and I had it blew up my news feed, which was really odd. And so there were other moms that had similar experiences as me, and so they wanted to share their experience, and they were sharing their tips and ideas on face wash. And I was talking about, using coconut oil and sort of using sort of more natural things. So that's another thing, I was attracting people that want to use more natural products. So that kind of relates to my audience. But yeah, so you want to make sure that so the two big tips for today is know who your audience is. Make sure that those posts are geared towards that audience every day. Another one is make sure that you're posting 2 to 3 times a day on your Facebook. And also make sure that you're asking questions. You want them to respond, right? So don't just put here was me and my family, and we went for a bike ride. And I do that. I know I've done that before, but maybe ask a question like, what did you do today with your family to get active? Or, we've been on a lot of bike rides lately. What are some other ideas of things that we could do? So then people are going to want to share with you what they do with their family, and it'll create some conversation. People are going to like it, people are going to comment on it, and that'll get your posts out into the newsfeed and seen more. So, and another thing would be to make sure you're commenting back on it, because then that gets it back into the newsfeed again. All right, I hope you enjoyed the tips from today. Cheers.